There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comfortable.
Joe Biden, who has created the largest hostage situation in world history, who put more American lives in danger than any president in American history, more American civilian lives in danger. There are thousands of Americans in Afghanistan, upwards of 10,000 Americans in Afghanistan. Joe Biden says he couldn't have done any better. There are Afghans who are in the wheel wells of C-17s as they take off. They're perishing, falling to their deaths. We've all seen the images. There are people who are being executed in mass executions in the streets. We've all seen the images. The Taliban are a barbaric 6th century terrorist organization. Biden just surrendered to them. And Joe Biden says he can't do it any better. Joe Biden said it was inevitable. He said that those images were from a couple days ago, and they were from Monday, man. It's Wednesday, man. He says it was inevitable. Just a month ago, Joe Biden was saying that this wasn't going to happen and that you wouldn't see Saigon moment. We have the clips. Do you want to see them? Here are the clips of Joe Biden saying the exact opposite of that. You want to know what a corrupt, venal liar Joe Biden is? Here are the clips. Here are the clips of Joe Biden saying just a month ago, earlier this summer, that you wouldn't see Apaches and you wouldn't see the Taliban take over the country. You want to know what a jackass liar this guy is? What a corrupt, old, bitter, contemptible human being Joe Biden is. Shame on all of you who voted for him. We told you what this man was. You should have believed us. Watch.
When you look at what's happened over the last week, was it a failure of intelligence, planning, execution, or judgment?
Look, I don't think it was a failure. Look, it was a simple choice, George. When the Taliban, let me put it another way. When you had the government of Afghanistan, the leader of that government getting in a plane and taking off and going to another country, when you saw the significant collapse of the Afghan troops we had trained, up to 300,000 of them, just leaving their equipment and taking off, that was, that's what happened. That's simply what happened.
But we've all seen the pictures. We've seen those hundreds of people packed into a C-17. We've seen Afghans falling.
That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
What did you think when you first saw those pictures?
What I thought was we have to gain control of this. We have to move this more quickly. We have to move in a way in which we can take control of that airport. And we did.
So you don't think this could have been handled, this actually could have been handled better in any way? No mistakes?
No, I don't think it could have been handled in a way that we're going to go back in hindsight and look, but the idea that somehow there's a way to have gotten out without chaos ensuing, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happened.
So for you, that was always priced into the decision?
Yes.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well-equipped as any army in the world, and an air force, against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable.
Mr. President, thank you very much. Your own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true.
Can you please clarify what they have told you about whether that will happen or not?
That is not true. They did not reach that conclusion.
So what is the level of confidence that they have that it will not collapse?
The Afghan government and leadership has to come together. They clearly have the capacity to sustain the government in place.
And do you see any parallels between this withdrawal and what happened in Vietnam, with some people feeling...
None whatsoever. Zero. What you had entire brigades breaking through the gates of our embassy. 6, if I'm not mistaken. The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comparable. So the question now is, where do they go from here? That the jury is still out. But the likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.